Hey there, thanks for checking out our online content. My name is Colby Allen. I'm the pastor of FCC students. We believe that everyone, including you, should have a place to belong. A leader who they can look to, who knows them, who knows their story, who cares for them and wants what's best for them. And we want to help everyone find how they fit into God's good mission to bring all of His people back into His loving arms. I'm glad you found your way here, whether that's through the suggestions on YouTube, through our link tree on Instagram, or maybe a friend shared this with you. However you found us, welcome. Come on in, ask good questions, hit us up in the comments, shoot us a DM on Instagram, or stop by during the week at one of our gatherings on Wednesdays at 7 or Sundays at 9:15. I hope you enjoy God's Word. I hope you enjoy God's truth proclaimed to you. I hope it's encouraging to you in your journey, wherever you're at. If you're curious and you're just kind of asking questions and you stumbled across this video, great, man. I'm glad you're here. If you are a follower of Jesus and this could be helpful to you as you grow and as you learn how to be a disciple of Jesus and invest in the kingdom, and man, I hope it's a blessing wherever you're at. So God bless you, friends.
There it is. Hey, I am so glad to be back with you guys. Are you? I'm really excited. Well, tonight, is this thing on? I can't really hear myself. There, it's kind of cutting in and out. There we go. Tonight we're starting a new series called Who Am I? Can you say that with me? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? To get us started off right, now that we're all settled in, I thought we could play a quick game to help us get to know one another. So remember where you're at, remember your seat, because we're going to have to get back to it fast. But here's what I want us to do. I want us to split into groups of 7. Listen. That's hard. Listen. I want us to split into groups of 7 students each. You get bonus points if you have someone from each grade. Okay, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. There's 7 there. Hey, listen. Let me get through all of these instructions. So you get bonus points if you have someone from each grade. And then you're going to have at least, there's probably going to be more, but at least one adult in each group that's going to listen in, and they're going to judge you. They're going to judge your results. These people that are in your group, they need to be people that you're not necessarily familiar with, okay? So you're going to have to sever where you're tied at the hip. You're going to have to break free, and you're going to have to go with some people you don't know, okay? Are we ready? Does that make sense? And then I will explain the game once you get in your groups, okay? This is going to be crazy. About to set off the bomb. Ready, set, go.
A few minutes later.
Playing this game when they realized the kid that you've talked to 100 times but you don't remember their name is in your group, and you go, they're gonna say their name. Anyone? No? It's okay. Raise your hand. I want to see again if someone forgot your name during the game. Yeah. Okay. It probably didn't feel great, right? Probably didn't make you feel good. We probably all had, hey listen, we've probably all had someone forget our names at some point, right? Talk to me, you who had your name forgotten. How'd that feel? Yell it out. Clara?
They just met me, so it wasn't a big deal.
Wasn't a big deal. I don't care. Who else? Anyone else get their name forgotten? Gab, how'd it feel? You're not supposed to say that. It's supposed to say, it was awful. It broke my heart. Hey, listen to this. I had a babysitter back in the day when I was a kid named Peggy. Okay? Everyone picture in your mind, close your eyes, and picture a Peggy. Right?
I can't.
We've all got a Peggy.
I can't.
Okay? Peggy the babysitter, you can open your eyes. Peggy the babysitter could never get my name right. She could never get my name right. She would call me, I need a drum roll, quiet drum roll. She would call me Kirby. She would call me Kirby, right?
Close, that's close,
And I get it, right? Did you guys put the other slide, Colby to Kirby? I can see it, I can see the jump. It makes a little bit of sense. It's not a far leap. I thought it was kind of funny then, and I think it's kind of funny now. right? But if I'm
It
honest,
kind of makes sense.
it makes sense, right? There's only a couple letters off. But if I'm honest, I never really got super close to old Peggy, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't think she ever actually remembered my name and said it correctly, which is kind of like a roadblock for relationship, right? When you call someone Kirby, even if that's their name, you're just not going to be close, right? You're not going to be close. It's tough. So sometimes we treat it lightly, right? In moments like this, it's a game. We just met. Not a huge deal. Forgetting someone's name doesn't feel like a big deal until it's someone who's important to you, right? Who's a little bit important to you, and they didn't realize that they're important to you, and they forgot your name, right? You felt like, man, you really don't know my name. Has anyone ever had that happen? I know we're just playing a game, but where someone who you actually cared about a little bit, you were really surprised that they forgot your name. The part that makes it humiliating, the part that makes you feel bad, it's never about your name, right? It's not really about your name specifically. It's about forgetting what your name represents. When someone forgets your name, it's because they've forgotten you as a person. And maybe taking it a little bit too far, but when someone forgets your name, you might start to wonder, like, what? Am I forgettable? Am I not important? How much do I really matter? We can have those subtle questions in our mind where we ask those types of things. We all want to feel like we matter, right? But the first step to feeling like you matter is often feeling like you're known. Not just your name. That's the place to start, right? You start with someone's name if you want them to feel like they matter, but that you matter. Your story, your opinions, your dreams, and needs and desires in life. Every single one of you in this room, you want to feel known. So do I. When we feel like someone knows us, we feel like we matter. Sometimes, though, we get so desperate to feel, notice the emphasis, to feel known, to feel like we matter, that we can do self-destructive things. Maybe we do things that we normally wouldn't, or know that maybe we shouldn't for someone's approval. Maybe we put on a mask instead of being our real selves. Maybe we surround ourselves. I don't know any high schoolers that may have experienced this, but maybe we surround ourselves with people who are good for us because, well, at least they want to be my friend. Anyone there? Anyone ever been there? All of those compromises and masks and cliques can make us feel good in the short term. But there's a problem with craving attention and approval from people. We might change our personalities, our interests, our hobbies, our beliefs, or even our looks to earn their attention. But eventually, what happens? Those people let us down. Those people let us down, right? Then what are we left with? We've done all of these things. We've changed all of these things about ourselves. What are we left with? We're going to come back to that question, what are we left with? First, though, I want you to hear something. At first, you might wonder what this scripture has to do with the conversation we've been having so far, but hang with me. We're going somewhere. Okay, so about every other seat, there should be a Bible, okay? And so I want you to share. So cuddle up with someone next to you, and I'm just kidding. Just kidding about that part. But cuddle up with someone next to you and share Bible. We're going to Genesis 1:1. Tough one to find. Genesis 1:1. Hey, you guys, it's fine. You don't need to grab Bibles. It'll be up on the screen too. So if you don't have a Bible, you can pull it up on your phone, follow along with me, or it'll be up on the screen. I just want you to get used to having used your Bible, okay? So, Genesis 1:1, I'll read it. It says this. I want you to try your best to picture in your mind, it's beyond imagination, but I want you to try It's unimaginable. See that? But I want you to try. I want you to try, okay? So listen to this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. And evening passed and morning came, marking the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. God called the space sky. And evening passed and morning came, marking the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, and so dry ground may appear." And that is what happened. God called the dry ground land and the waters seas, and God saw that it was good. And so God goes on and he makes all of the plants, all of the animals that roam the earth, that swim in the sea, that fly in the air. He made all of these things. And then we're going to pick back up in verse 26 when he does this. Check it out. It's pretty sweet. Then God said, "Let us make human beings in our image." Let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. And so God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He created them. I love the picture. I love the picture that this passage paints. On a good day, I might be able to make some amazing, I'm not kidding, some amazing fried eggs. You can ask Megan. They're good, right? Eggs fried in coconut oil. Woo! I make them good, okay? I make them good, okay? And I can do that. I can do that. But look at what God made. Think about all of creation. Every beautiful place you've ever seen. He made it. Pull up those pictures. These pictures. Look at some of this stuff that he made. God made that. He made that. The sun and the moon and the stars and the trees and the oceans, animals. And he made you. He made you. Think about that. He made you. Do you ever think about how amazing a human being is? The processes that happen in your body, the fact that you are alive right now, it is I don't know how many walking miracles we have in this room. But goodness gracious, God made you, the artist that it would take to make a human being. It's unreal. It is unreal. When David in the Old Testament thought about this, he wrote in what we call a psalm, which is an old song. It's an old word for a song or a poem. And he wrote this in Psalm 8. He said, "When I look at the night sky and the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you set in place, what are mere mortals? What are human beings? What are people that you should care for them? Yet you made them only a little lower than God, and you crowned them with glory and honor." And so he's painting this picture where he says, when I look at all of creation, when I look at the mountains and the stars and the sky and how high it is and the expanse, that when I look at this, I can't imagine that you would stoop down and you would see me, you would look at me, little old me, you would look at me. But then he says, but there's something in us. There's something inside of us that we are glorious, we are majestic, we are made in the image of God, and we're beautiful. He says, wow, I see a sunset, or I see a mountain range, or an amazing animal, and I think this creator has to be so big and so majestic and so high above. How could he consider looking down at me? He comes at it from another angle in Psalm 139, 1 through 6, and he says this. It's amazing. we have the page number for that one? I think we do. Yeah, page 518. You can go there with me. We're gonna take a look at this one a little more closely. Page 518. It's in the book of Psalms. Still, we're hanging out there tonight. Psalm 139, verse 1. It says this, and hold in the back of your mind, like filter this little passage, filter this through the creator of the universe, this huge, high, and majestic being. It says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart, and you know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything that I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and you follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand." Go back to verse 1. David is praising God for the way that God knows him inside and out. This God, the God who knows David so intimately and in so much detail, is the same God who created the universe. But this psalm isn't just about David, is it? It's about you and me, too. Think about that. The creator of everything, of the sun, the moon, the stars, and entire galaxies, didn't just create you. You're not a little wind-up clock, right? That he wound you up 12 to 18 years ago, and he set you up, and he said, "All right, homie, I'll see you when you die. Sounds good. See you later." Right? He didn't just wind you up and say, "We'll see you around." Did he? No. Throw those over there. He knows you inside and out, better even than you know yourself. Every detail, every secret, every regret, every dream. Jesus goes as far as saying that the Father knows exactly how many hairs are on your head. Think about how many hairs are in this room. Does it make you gag a little bit? Yeah, it makes me gag a little bit. But it's pretty amazing. He knows. He knows. Now let's go back to our earlier question. I told you we were going somewhere. Knowing that people let us down, what do we do with our deep desire to be known? Every one of us. Look around the room. It's weird. Look around the room. Yeah, look around. It's weird. But it's good. Every single person that you are looking at desperately wants to be known. At the core of who we are, we want to know another, and we want to be known. And so what do we do with that desire? Because of the love of Jesus, we have access to the resource of all resources. When I look at the stars and the moon and the galaxies, wow, that creator, high and mighty, we have access to him through Jesus. So what do we do with our deep desire to be known? We lean into our relationship with Jesus. There's only one person who has fully lived how we were created to live. Fully and completely obedient to God, fully and completely dependable, never letting you down. Jesus came into the picture 2,000 years ago. Jesus came into the picture and he saw people, really saw them for who they were. He came and thieves, political revolutionaries, homeless, prostitutes, the rich, the poor, young and old, every kind of person flocked to Jesus. He exuded a love that the world had never seen and has since never been able to match. He drew near to people in real, tangible, flesh and blood friendship. He ate with a short little mafia boss guy named Zacchaeus. He raised little girls from the dead. He raised blind people. He healed crippled people. He healed diseased people. He calmed the storm raging around his frightened friends. Jesus knows you already, and he still chooses to love you. That's good news, friends. That's really, really good news. Amen? That's really good news. When you look at the majesty and greatness of the being who created the universe, you have to admit there's a gap between me and that creator. I'm not a great artist, and so it's easy for me to see that I can't get on his level, right? But for real, because of my disobedience, even before I knew God's law, I wasn't a Christian until my senior year, but even before I knew God, I was separated from him because I was simply broken, whether I knew it or not. Jesus, he fills the gap between this almighty, amazing creator and you, Iowa kid, who wants to be known, who wants to have fun, who wants to make a difference in the world, who simply wants peace. Jesus is the only one who can fulfill you at the core of who you are. No matter who you are, no matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, you matter to him. He knows every detail of your life. He sees you. He will never, ever forget your name. No matter who forgets your name, he will never forget your name. You are known by the creator of the universe. You are known by the creator of the universe, and that changes everything. Here's how we're going to end. This truth that the creator of the universe knows your name isn't always easy to remember, is it? It's easy to feel small, unimportant, unseen. Sometimes people make us feel that way. Sometimes circumstances that you can't control. You're teenagers, right? You can't control everything that happens in your life. And sometimes those circumstances that you can't control make you feel small, unimportant, like you're not seen. Sometimes we simply feel that way because of our own fear, our own insecurity. But if those feelings or questions start to creep in, I want you to remember this truth. The creator of the universe knows my name. The creator of the universe knows my name. Will you say that with me? The creator of the universe knows my name. Let's say it again, even louder. The creator of the universe knows my name. The last story, I think I did two while we were worshiping, because I couldn't help it because it was just so fun. But the last story I posted on Instagram says that truth. It's not pretty. I made it with just like I forget which text it's called, but so it's not very pretty, but it's there. And so look it up and screenshot it, save it. You might want to make that a wallpaper, the wallpaper on your phone, as a reminder that even when you feel unknown, even as you walk the halls and you're in a big school, you're not sure, remember that the creator of the universe knows my name. And let's not forget that there are students who you go to school with who have never heard this before. Where are they tonight? What are they doing? You got to let them know that they matter, that the creator of the universe, what? Knows my name. The creator of the universe knows my name. Worship band, if you'll come on up, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray that the Lord would just drill that into our hearts, deep down into our hearts, that we would know the truth that the creator of the universe knows my name. Will you pray with me? Jesus, we are grateful. We are grateful for the gospel that sets us free, the gospel that says the huge, almighty creator, Lord, came down in person, Jesus, and he lived a life that is perfectly obedient. He gave us that obedience. Lord, you died the death that we deserved. You gave us the life that we could never live. And so we praise you for that. We praise you that you're beautiful. We praise you for every single person in this room. Lord Jesus, I pray that they would feel known, that they would feel loved. Pray that they would feel that they belong, that they would know that this is a place for them. This is home for them. And they can come, and they can have fun, and they can make friends, and they can be safe, and they can grow in Jesus. And so I pray that you would help us, Lord. Protect us from the pizza we're about to eat. Love you. Amen.
Hey there, I hope that was a blessing to you. If you ever have any questions, hit me up. You can do that in the comments here on this YouTube video. You can hit us up on Instagram. I hope the rest of your day is fantastic. You're loved. Peace.